Hi, Capricorn Sun and Rising. Welcome to your November 2021 Astro Update. It's Raina here. And this month of November is an important month because we have an eclipse season beginning in a fellow fire sign of Taurus. So we are going to have one more in Sagittarius in December from the old um, pairing of Gemini and Sag, but we're going to have the first one in Taurus in November, and then in 2022, Taurus's opposite sign is also going to have eclipses. So for you, these two houses that will be triggered, Taurus for you is your fifth house. This is so great because this is a very fun area of the chart, and Capricorn can certainly use a little bit of downtime because you tend to be serious and hardworking, all business, and this is about play. This is about creativity, children, and love. Pleasure is the fifth house. And so if you are somebody who has always wanted to develop your creativity, the next 18 months can be highly, I was going to say highly productive, but it's really about shaking things up. So I don't know if it's specifically about you having a prolific output of creativity, but maybe if you've been having some kind of blockage, it could certainly open things up for you. And same with love. If you have been single for a long time and maybe that's due to some kind of past relationship that didn't work out and you just kind of shied away from it, I don't know. But it's that's one area, and then the other area is the 11th house, which is the house of friendships and groups. So it's more impersonal. I mean, it's not like love that we show to people at a deep level. It's more, you like your friends. Of course, some people love their friends, but less intense, I guess. I don't know how to characterize it. And it can be an area of gains, which can be financially lucrative. It's your hopes and wishes. And so this area is also going to see some major changes. You may find that you are socializing with different people for whatever reason. And of course, you have to look at the other areas of the chart to find out why certain things might be happening. But anyway, as we begin the month, we have a new moon on the 4th of November at 12 degrees of Scorpio in that 11th house. And so there is was an astrologer who passed away who said to make, I think, 40 wishes when you have the new moon in the 11th house, because this is the luckiest house. 40 wishes is a lot. But certainly at any new moon, if you want to look at what that area represents and set intentions for that area, whether or not you believe in this kind of thing, that it's going to actually manifest, doesn't really matter as much as holding the intention itself. And so with this area, we're looking at the people that we associate with, the organizations we belong to, the long range goals that we have, and all of these things you can look at and say, would I like to bring new energy into this area or that area. It's also the humanitarian house, and I think that a lot of Capricorns feel a sense of duty towards others, especially as you get older and become mentors, become experts in your field, and just have that gravitas that people tend to feel very like you know what you're talking about. So it certainly would be a good thing to look at this in November and see how you would like to contribute, how, what kind of new dream you would like to dream up. The very next day, Venus goes from Sagittarius, which is your 12th house, into the first house of the self, into your sign. And so that's very nice because Venus is the attractor. The first house is the overall, your overall life, also your body. So, I mean, on the physical level, you may feel drawn to spruce yourself up in some way, maybe treat yourself to some kind of, I don't know, maybe a spa treatment, something, or get a new hairstyle. I don't know. But I think just in general, you can be a money magnet. You can be irresistible to others. So if you're single, work it, baby, work it. And on the same day, Mercury goes into Scorpio. So Mercury is going in from your 10th house of career into the 11th house. So that one of the good things about that is that Mercury retrograded in your career sector. So I don't know if you noticed any kind of hiccups for about a month or 5 weeks during the shadow period, during all of that. Now that it's in Scorpio, you may feel like there's a sense of moving forward. And in the 11th house, it can make you want to contact your friends, because Mercury is about communication, and maybe you want to get together and talk to them more than you have in recent months. And just thinking about the kind of things you would like to bring about in the maybe in 2022, talking about long-range goals. On the 19th, there is a lunar eclipse at 27 degrees of Taurus. So this will fall in that 5th house of romance and creativity. This might be something that is undeniable in terms of love, a sense of, like, and it can go either way. If you have been resisting love and you have been with someone maybe for a while, although with any kind of an eclipse, I can even see kind of an instantaneous thing going on where it's love at first sight. Uranus is in Taurus and is in this 5th house. So with Uranus, there's always this sense of surprise, something kind of taking you by surprise when it comes to love, when it comes to what you're capable of creating. Maybe, with Uranus, it can be like a, if you're of conceiving age, this could be an unplanned pregnancy, especially if it's something, if you're in your 40s or maybe you're in menopause. I just read about this woman who, I don't know, was she like in her 50s and she conceived? And she was already in menopause, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's really something else. But yeah, so definitely the 5th house can be conceiving children. So a lunar eclipse can be extremely fertile. So keep that in mind. But that can be something that is welcomed if you have been trying to conceive, and in the 11th hour you end up doing so. It's important to remember that even though the eclipse is on November 19th, the effects of it might be as early as sometime in October and extend past November 19th as well. This can be like a major download for a creative project that just takes you to the next level. Maybe some sort of recognition for your creativity in some way. On the 21st, but the other thing I was going to say in the other direction of love is if you have been pining away for someone, or if you have been in a relationship on and off again, or what have you, and you just can't seem to quit another person, this could make it so that it's almost like cosmic grace, so that you can just let go of somebody that you've had a hard time letting go of in the past. And it's almost like the finality of it. On the 21st, the sun goes into Sagittarius, your 12th house. That's when you start to have that hermit time, that contemplative period, which I think a lot of Capricorns are already very capable of being solitary kinds of people, and that isn't necessarily something that would bother you, to be alone, to do some soul searching and that sort of thing. The 3 days later, Mercury goes into that 12th house. Perfect for meditation, so any kind of a retreat. Now, this is right before Thanksgiving in the United States. And so, every year you're going to have the sun in the 12th house. Mercury is very close to the sun. So, this is the kickoff of the holiday season. I don't know if maybe Capricorns tend to have their hibernation and come out, at the winter solstice or something. I don't know how that works. But I think basically what I would say about this period of time is, to me, the first half of the month is more social than the second. And so you may just slow down. You may be more internalizing things, less outward in your output of energy. You might be kind of cocooning, so to speak, and that's perfectly fine. You may be working behind the scenes in some capacity. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.